This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So today we are going to discuss about Selenium test automation. So things, the main core concepts we are going to discuss here. So what is the need of automation? Then why we are choosing Selenium only? What is the advantage of Selenium? Then what are the prerequisites? What are the requirements? What the things we are going to learn while going through this course? Then what are the different types of things we are going to learn, why we have to learn Java, how much Java we are going to learn, so how much is required really. So these things we are going to discuss. Yes, about myself, my name is Vivek. I have 6 years of experience. I'm working with one of the MNC as a senior automation test analyst. Yes, okay. I have experience in Selenium, JetSpark, Protractor, and Cypress. Yeah. So basically, what is an automation? Yes, why? Basically, what is meant by automation? Automation is nothing but just we are using some software systems or embedded systems. Is nothing but combination of software and hardware systems to automate another software, to automate another function, or to automate another process. So basically, we are using some other software techniques or embedded techniques to do the same action, to do the repeated actions. So again, this automation is basically on two types. We are having different types of automation. What are these different types of automation? Yes, traditional automation or a functional automation. Yes. So basically, what are the different types of automation in market? You people may hear about different types of tools like Selenium, QTP, or automation anywhere, Blue Prism. Yes, these all are the automation tools, but the process how they are automating is a different here. Yes, the process how they are automating is different here. So what type of things we are going to automate is different here. Yes, while we are working with the traditional automation tools is nothing but Selenium and QTP or something else like Cypress, Protractor, the JetSpark. Yes, these are normal functional automation tools here. Just we are going to automate the functionality of the application to make sure that functionality is working fine. Some kind of testing we are going to do here. So just, yeah, what type of testing we are going? The repeated actions. So the repeated test cases. So whenever, if you see, we have different types of test cases in industry, like regression test case. Yes, whenever the new version of the software is coming to the picture, yes, before introducing that new features to that particular application, we have to make sure that the existing features are working fine. The existing features are not disturbed by the newly introduced feature. Yes. So whenever we are introducing new feature, we are supposed to test each and every feature along with the existing and new one. Why? Because the the newly introduction feature should not affect the functionality of the existing features. That's why. So these type of testing we are call it as regression testing.
Sorry, could you please give 5 minutes? Few people are joining, and
Yeah.
I got some issues with the old link.
Sorry.
Okay, could you please give me like 5 minutes, 5 more minutes? Few people are joining the call.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
requesting you to please hold on 5 minutes because few people are still
Yeah.
joining.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, can I start?
Yeah, please, Vivek, please.
Yeah. So, so this is a normal traditional automation. So whenever we are going to automate some traditional test cases, whenever we are going to automate the functionality of an application to make sure that functionality of an application is working fine. So these are called some traditional automations. Yes. So this is functional automation, traditional automation. Then what is meant by process automation? Yes, if you see here, some tools is there in market like RPA tools, robotic process automation tools. So robotic process automation tools like different type of tools like automation anywhere, Blueprism. Yes, here just we are going to automate some process. In this scenario, we are not going to. The main intention of automation here is not going to test the application. Just we are going to automate the some process, end-to-end process. Yes, there is a main difference between the traditional automation and process automation. Yes. So this is called traditional automation. We have a lot of traditional automation tools like Selenium, HPUFT, RFT, Test Complete, JobsWorks, Protractor, Cypress, these things. Yes, this is a process automation tools. So most of the process automation tools, yes, not most of the yes, not most of the process automation tools is developed on top of the artificial intelligence. Yes, when compared to the normal traditional automation tools, in process automation, we have some less programming. Why? Because it's developed on the artificial intelligence. Yes, what is test automation and why we need to automate the testing? Yes, what is the need of automating the testing? Yeah, yes, is it whenever we are going for the automation testing, people are thinking that automation testing is replacement for the manual testing. No, it's not at all. So automation testing is not a replacement for the manual testing. Automation testing itself having some limitations. Yes, we are not able to test all the things what we can able to do through manual. Yes, but by using the automation techniques, by using the automation tools, we can able to execute the number of test cases in a very less time with very accuracy. So what type of test cases we are going to automate? Yes, yes. So now, yeah, can you please go? Yes. What type of test cases we are going to automate? What type of scenarios we are going to automate? Yes, just we are going to most of the times we are going to automate regression and sanity test cases only. Regression and sanity test cases. Yes, why regression? Yes, each and every time at the time of release, at the time of introducing the new feature, yes, every time we have to execute the test cases. We execute the test case on the features which are having, which are the neighbor features of the new feature, which may affect by the newly introduced feature. Yes, test automation is nothing but automation tool to automate the test cases. Why we need the automation testing? Yes, as we discussed, it saves the time and cost. Yes, it's very faster than the manual interface, manual testing. Yes, it's coverage and it's the so there is no chance to do mistakes here. So it's asserting the results based on the input values. So there is no deviation. That is most reliable. Yes, it will reduce the human interference. Then reusable scripts. Yes, reusable scripts means the scripts what we written for some other test cases, we can able to reuse those for some other functionalities also based on the requirements. Yes, these are the different types. So whenever we are working in agile, safe agile methodologies, so as a DevOps, yes, automation is one of the key area to release the application. Yes, what is meant by Selenium? So basically, Selenium is also a suite of softwares. So Selenium is also a Java interface. Selenium itself is a software. So by whenever we are using the Selenium will give you some functionalities to automate some actions what we are doing manually. Yes, we are going to discuss those things, what we can able to do, what we cannot able to do, what is the limitations of Selenium, what is the advantages of Selenium. Yes, basically, if you see here, Selenium itself is having four different versions as of now. So one is a Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. Yes, Selenium IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. So basically, Selenium IDE is first version of Selenium. This is the first one. So earlier days, Selenium IDE is a pop-up add-on only for the Mozilla Firefox. At the time, Selenium IDE we can able to use in only Mozilla. Then 2 years back, nearly 3 years back, Selenium itself deprecated Selenium IDE. Again, it's relaunched 1 year back. So now we can able to use the Selenium IDE in multiple browsers like Mozilla and Chrome. Still, it's a browser add-on only. No need to download anything, no need to install anything. Just it's a browser add-on. By using Selenium IDE, we can able to record and play back the actions what we did on a web page. What we did on a web page. Yes, we can able to record each and every action. Then we can able to play back those recordings. This is also kind of automation, but itself is having a lot of limitations. So we are unable to write some logics. We are unable to affect some actions. Yes, these are some limitations. Due to that, no one is using Selenium IDE as of now. Yes. So that's why we are not going to discuss much on Selenium IDE. Just we are going to spend only 2 days on Selenium IDE. No one is using as of now. Then yes, no one is using as of now. Then why you are going to discuss for first 2 days? Yes, why? Because just we have to understand how Selenium is going to automate the application. How Selenium, what are the minimum parameters required to automate some application? How Selenium can able to find that particular element, how Selenium is doing actions, what are the different functions. Yes, for these things, for minimum understanding purpose, we are going to discuss first 2 days on Selenium IDE. Then Selenium RC. Selenium RC is a remote, RC is nothing but remote control. At the time, Selenium is used to use WebDriver libraries. Initially, Selenium and WebDriver both are different. At the time, Selenium is using WebDriver libraries. So RC is a remote control. At that time, Selenium is not having capability to interact with the browsers directly. So these are some limitations. Now, no one is using Selenium RC. No one is using Selenium RC. Then later days, Selenium and WebDriver both are combined and come up as a Selenium WebDriver. So as of now, now sorry, in our in our course, we are going to discuss about the Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. In Selenium WebDriver, we have latest Selenium 4. We are now in market. We are having latest Selenium 4 version. The latest Selenium 4 version. So still we are using 3.52 version. Most of the companies still are using 3.52. Why? Because this is a very stable version in Selenium. Earlier, companies are used to use 2.47 to 2.56. Then later change to 3.52. Now just Selenium 4 introduced to the market. Yes. Then another one is the Selenium Grid. Yes, we are having some difference between Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Grid. By using the Selenium Grid, we can able to execute our scripts on multiple platforms Then how we are doing? Yes. Okay. See why we have to select Selenium only. So as of now, we are having a lot of tools like QTP, or Protractor, Cypress, JustWalk, some other tools, lot of tools, Silk Test, lot of tools is there. Then why we are going to select Selenium only. At the same time, why Selenium only? Selenium is one of the famous tool in market. Yes, why? Why? Because first and best reason here, Selenium is an open source one. When compared to nearest competitor QTP, Selenium is open source and QTP not like that. We have to pay the license fee. That's so that's one of the reason why Selenium is the best in market. Then it supports multiple browsers. Yes, when compared to some other tools. Yes, QTP. So earlier the QTP used to support only Internet Explorer. If you see, even though in latest, as per latest trend, Cypress is one of the automation tool. It's very nearest competitor for the Selenium, but still limitation for the Cypress is as of it's supporting some browsers only. Up to few months back, it's used to support only Chrome. From last few days, like last 1 month, where it supports Mozilla also. Then it supports multiple programming languages. Yes, this is one of the main advantages. If you compare with QTP, QTP will support only VBScript. If you take Protractor, if you take Cypress, those things only supports JavaScript. Yes, Selenium will support multiple languages. You can able to automate your application by using Java, by using Python, or by using C Sharp, VBScript, JavaScript, anything, Perl, Shell. Yes, yes. Why we need all these programming languages? Why we need Java? Yes, we can discuss that also. Yes, it supports multiple operating systems. Yes, it will support multiple operating systems. This is also one of the main advantages while compared to the nearest competitors and multiple frameworks. Yes, what are the things we are going to learn in this course? Yes, we are going to learn Java, Selenium, TestNG, and hybrid framework. So we are going to learn Java, Selenium, TestNG, and hybrid framework. So most of the classes, nearly first 20 days, we are going to learn Java. Then Selenium, then TestNG, then hybrid framework. Java is a programming language, Selenium is a tool. It's Selenium itself having different types of methods or different types of functions to automate the manual actions. Then TestNG is the execution engine. By using TestNG, we can able to select which part of code should execute first or which part of code should execute last or should execute repeatedly. At the same time, by using TestNG, we can able to execute the suite of test cases here. Then hybrid framework. Yes, framework. So normally in market we are having data-driven framework, keyword-driven framework. This combination of data-driven and keyword-driven frameworks is nothing but hybrid framework. Yes. So what is meant by framework? Why we need framework? Yes, we need a framework. Framework is nothing but arrangement of code in a proper manner. Arranging to reduce the complexity of the code, to reduce the complexity in maintenance. Yes, for these things we require framework. Yes, this is one. These are the main things we are going to learn here. Yes, then why we need to learn Java, then how much Java we require. Why we need to learn Java? Yes, whenever we are going to automate in an application, Selenium itself will give some functions to automate. It functions to automate some manual actions. But if you want to do some assertions, if you want to if you want to validate something, if you want to validate the response of the application, yes, for these things we require the Java. If you want to write some logics, yes, for these things we require Java. Yes, I'll show you the practical why Java and then how much Java we require. Yes, I'll show you. some application by automate it. Yes, generally. So I have this application. So as per my requirement, I have to log in by entering the username and password. After that, I have to click on that login. Yes. So after logging into this particular page, how I can able to know I logged in as an admin or not? Yes, I logged in as an admin by using the username as admin. So then I come into this particular page. So as per my requirement, as per my test case, I supposed to validate I should be in a page which is belongs to the admin only. How I can able to validate here? Then how we are doing it manually? Yes, anyone please? How we are going to validate it manually?
Right hand side corner it says welcome admin.
Yes, exactly. So here it's showing welcome admin. If you log in as some other, or if you log in as Vivek, then it will show welcome Vivek. So now I log in as an admin, that's showing login as an welcome admin. Okay, that's showing like this. Okay, so I'm in a this particular page. So I supposed to enter the username and password here. Yes. So how I while we are doing it these actions manually, what are the manual actions we require to enter the username, password, and click on login? How generally we are what type of actions we are using here while we are work as a manual tester, how you can able to do this as a human being, what we are going to do here?
Type the words.
Yes, where I have to type?
Find out
Yes,
the user entered field and then
yes, that's it. So first one, so as per manual action, just I supposed to click here, means generally I'm here. So I want to highlight it, I want to move my cursor to, I have to move my cursor to here. And I have to click here to find the login field. Find the area where you want to work. Then, yes, once I highlight this particular area, particular text box, what is the next step I have to do here?
type the word.
Yes, I
Type the
have to
username.
type yes, I have to type the username. So manually, I'm typing that username. So the same thing we are having Selenium. Same, we have one Selenium function for the same kind of action. That one is called send keys. Yes, whenever you are using send keys, it's obviously Selenium itself type that particular keyword what you are passing into the particular field. Yes. Then after that, in password field also I supposed to sorry, I supposed to type. Then after typing the password, what I have to do here?
Click on login button.
Yes, I supposed to click on login button. So manually we are doing click. Yes, in Selenium also we have one method click. Yes, just I'm entering some wrong username here. Yes, I supposed to clear it and I supposed to enter new one. So generally while doing it manually, some we are having some backspace or something else. Yes, same thing is available in Selenium also clear. Yes, these are the direct functions. By using these functions, we can able to automate most of the manual actions. Yes. So by using the Selenium, automating an application is very easy. By using Selenium, you can able to automate application with minimum knowledge. Yes. But the main requirement here is, I'll show you that. Yes. So here I want to click on admin. Yes, just simply while we are doing manually, just we are using click action. Yes, we are clicking on this particular button. Yes, but same replacement action is there for click. Yes, we are having click so that we can able to do that also. Dot click, dot click, dot click. Yes. Then why we need Java? Yes, first we are trying to automate this application, then we can discuss about that. Yes. So yeah, it's taking some time, 1 to 2 minutes. So before going to that, so how many of you having some period knowledge of any programming language? Like, so why? Because so basically we are going to demonstrate classes by thinking the people, the students are not having any programming knowledge background. That's why up to some days in starting the classes are very slow. So why? Because we are going to demonstrate each and every basics of Java, like what is meant by string, what is meant by integer, and what is meant by class, what is meant by methods. So these each and everything we are going to discuss. So that's why if you people is already having any knowledge on Java, you may feel bored for first 2 3 classes, but as per our thinking, we are demonstrating classes as, just give me a minute. Yes, first one. So whenever we're using driver equal to new Chrome driver, it's going to open a new Chrome browser instance. Yes, it's going to open new Chrome browser instance itself. Yes. Okay. Then here, next step, we have to launch the URL. So for that one, we are having driver.get function. So generally we are having two functions in Selenium to launch an URL. One is driver.get and one is driver.navigate to. Then what is the difference between these two? why we are having these two different functions. Yes, we can discuss it later. Yes. So up to this line, it will open a browser and it will launch this URL. Then as per the next step, I suppose to enter username here. Yes. So what is the action we are having? So manually we are doing the type. Manually, when you are doing that manually, we are typing something on this particular field. So, but while we are working with Selenium, we have a function called send keys to enter to type something into the particular field. Yes. So I know the function. I know a function that's dot send keys is there. So by using dot send keys, I can able to enter some text into the field. Yes. So, but while we are working with the Selenium, while we are asking Selenium to automate this particular function, yes, we have to pass two parameters. We have to give two inputs to the Selenium before asking please do automate this particular manual action. Yes. Why we have to give these two inputs? Yes. First one is important input we have to give. That one is where Selenium supposed to do action. Yes. If you go to Selenium and if you ask please if you ask Selenium directly to send keys as an admin, if you ask Selenium to type a text send keys, then it's not make any sense. Why? Because Selenium don't know where to type the text, where you type the username. Yes. If you ask Selenium to type username as an admin, yes, admin is a username. So if you ask Selenium to type admin, but Selenium itself don't know where to type it. Yes, we have to pass the address of the field. We have to pass the address of the field where you want to do some actions. Then only Selenium can able to find that field. Then only Selenium can able to do the action what we want. Yes. Then nothing but we have to pass the address of this particular username field to the Selenium. We have to pass the address of this particular username field to the Selenium. Yes, this entire page is normal web page. In this entire web page, we have to find the address of this username field and we have to pass that username field address to the Selenium. Then Selenium can able to find this field. Then after finding that field, Selenium will do the action what you want. Either it's a click action or it's a clear action or it's a send keys action, any action. So first of all, we have to pass the address of the field where you want to work. Yes, I want to work here. So just I have to pass the address of this particular field. Then how to find the address? Yes, we can able to find the address by using some attributes. Then how we can able to know? Yes, just mouse over on that particular field where you want to do action and right click. Then you can find the inspect option at bottom of the toolbar. Yes, just click on this one. It will open this developer mode. It will open this developer mode. Yes, this is a tag. It's representing this particular field. This is the tag. That's why whenever I'm mouse hovering on this particular tag, it's highlighting the username field here. If you observe that, yes, you can able to. Yes, if you see, whenever I'm mouse hovering on this particular tag, it's highlighting that particular field. Yes, this is a tag belongs to this particular field. Okay, so by using these attributes, yes, this is the tag. The first one is called tag name. This is input is the tag name and name, ID, type. These three are the attributes. These three are the attributes. So input is a tag name. We can say each and this is a one tag. This is one tag. All these lines are each an individual tags, but each an individual tag may have different names or sometimes having same names also. Okay, so as of now I want to work on this particular tag. This tag is having name, tag name, input as a tag name, and it's having three different attributes. One is the name attribute and ID attribute and type attribute. Yes, Selenium can able to find the field by using these attributes, but it's having some limitation. Selenium not able to find by using all the attributes. Some attributes only Selenium, by using some attributes only Selenium can able to find. Okay, what are those attributes we can discuss later. So as of now, I'm using this attribute ID attribute. So as of now, as of now, I'm going to use this ID attribute. Yes, just I'm copying it here. Then I'm going to my Eclipse driver dot find element. I'm asking Selenium to find the element. Yes, by using how Selenium can able to use. Yes, I'm telling by using ID attribute. Why? Because I'm copying ID from here. Yes, by using ID attribute, then I'm pasting that value what I copied here. Just driver dot find element. Just I'm asking Selenium to find this particular element by using ID attribute. That ID attribute here. So now Selenium can able to find that particular field from this entire page. Then I'm asking Selenium to send keys. Send keys is nothing but type. So suppose to enter username admin. Yes. As per my next action, I supposed to enter the password here. Yes, I'm inspecting that password field. Yes, that password field itself having 3 attributes: name, ID. So it's having 4 attributes: autocomplete and type. Yes, just I'm copying ID here. Yes, again I'm asking Selenium to find that particular element. Find that particular yes by ID. Now I'm supposed to enter the password. That's why I'm using send keys admin. Yes. Yes. Then later we have to click on login button, right? So first of all, we have to find the login button. Yes, this is login button. Tag is having tag name input and it's having some attributes like types, name, submit. Sorry, class, ID, value. Just I'm copying the ID again. Sorry. So on login button, I supposed to click. So manually, what the action we are going to do, click. So in Selenium also we have a function. Sorry, yes, in Selenium also we have function click. Yes, click. Yes. Okay. So just I'm going to execute this one. Yes, it's opening the browser, it's entered the username password. Yes, it's logged in successfully. But if you observe, whenever Selenium open the window, its window is in this size. It's a fixed size which is opened by the Selenium. So Selenium itself is open the window in its some default size. This is what. If you want to maximize it, then for that also we have a function. Yes. So by using this function, we can able to maximize the window. Yes. Okay. So up to now, we can able to log in successfully. But as per my functionality, I have supposed to validate. I suppose to validate I will be in admin page or not. Yes, I want to validate here. This is welcome admin is there or not. This welcome admin is there or not. So how I can able to do that? Yes, if you inspect on that one, if you click on here, yes, we are having one tag, a tag that's having href and id equal to welcome, and class is there, and it's having text also. Yes. So now I'm copying this one id. Yes, if you want to read something from the UI, if you want to read something from the UI by using the Selenium, we have a function called .get text. Yes, by using driver.find element, we can able to find the address of that particular welcome admin field in entire that page. Then .get text is a function in Selenium. By using this for text, we can able to get the text. Yes, but if you see here, whenever we are using driver.getText, it will return a text in which is displayed on the UI. But we are supposed to catch the text and store into one particular variable for the validation action. That's why I'm creating one string here. Yes, I'm creating one string welcome text. Now I'm going to store the text what is. Yes, so driver.getText will read the text from the UI and it will return that particular text in a string format. That's why now I'm storing the string into this particular string, welcome text. Yes. Now I suppose to validate is that welcome text is having admin or not. Yes, I'm using if a statement, if welcome text dot contains yes, I want to print some message like s successful or not successful. Login successful. Or we are in a proper account or we are in a correct account. Login successful. If it's not, just want to print login fail. Yes. So now I'm going to execute it. So if it is failing, why it's failed? If it's passed, why it's passed? We are going to discuss now. Just I'm executing it. It's going to open one empty browser instance. Then it will launch the URL. It's maximize the window. enter the username and password, click the login button. Yes, we are in. Welcome admin. Yes, it's login successful. Yes, login successful if you see here. Yeah, so if you want to print the text what we are getting here, just you can able to print that also. Yeah, but if you see here, so this is the send keys, this is a function from the Selenium. So by using this function we can able to type something in a field. This is a click is a function given by the Selenium. By using this function we can able to click on something in UI. Yes, at the same time get text, this is also a function from the Selenium. By using this function we are able to read the text from the UI. Yes, these are the direct functions given by the Selenium. That's why we are not no need to write any other code to do these actions. But if you see here, after reading this one, we are supposed to store into some string. Then we have to compare the strings. Then we, based on the comparison, based on the result, we have to print one result. Yes, if this result is false, if this condition is false, we have to do some other action. Yes, these all are the things. This entire logic we are written in a Java. Yes, for these type of validations, for these type of logics, we require Java. Yes, simply if you want to click on something, if you want to type something, if you want to select something from the drop down, if you want to switch between the windows, yes, these all are the for all these type of the actions we have a functions from the Selenium. But if you want to validate, is my function is I mean admin page or not? Yes, is my tabs having 6 different options or not? Yes, is my dashboard is currently highlighted as of now or not? Yes, simply I click on admin. As per my test case, I clicked on admin. After click on admin, yes, this admin should be highlighted in different color, orange color, and these options should be coming to the picture. Yes, I want to validate these things. Yes, if you want to do validations on your application, then we require Java. That's why we are going to learn Java. Yes. At the same time, Selenium itself is developed on top of Java interfaces, on top of Java. That's why Selenium is also a Java interface. Even Selenium also created functions in Java only for these type of actions. Yes. So that's why we have to learn Java. Then how much Java we require for those type of things? Yes. So more we required what are the different types of data we are data type, what are the different data types? Yes, I'll show. Let's try. Yes, why with Java only? Yes, whenever, yeah, majority of the users they're using Java to develop their applications. Yes, whenever that application is developed on top of Java, it's very better to automate that application with the Selenium Java. Why? Because it will give good support. So these are the different types of advantages we are having while automating Java with Java. Yes, how much Java we are going to learn? Yes, what is meant by class? Basic one. What is meant by class? What is meant by object? Then OOPS concepts in Java. What is meant by inheritance? What is meant by polymorphism, then encapsulation, abstraction? Then what are the different types of data we are having? What are the different data types? Then what are the different conditional statements? If loop, if else loop, switching statements, and control looping statements, or for loop, while loop, do while loop. Then arrays, what is meant by array? Then collection classes. So what is meant by when like that, like array in collections we are having list. What is meant by list? What is meant by array list? where we are going to use the list. So what is the limitations between the array and list? Then what is meant by set? What is meant by map? What are the different types of actions? How to iterate about the array and list, set, map, how to iterate, how to fetch the values, how to do manipulations on those things. So these all are kind of data collections. What is meant by exception handling, IO concept, how to define, how to read the Excel sheet, how to write the Excel sheet, and how to read the data from the property file. Yes, these all are the things we are going to discuss. Yes, yeah, that's it from my end. So any doubts?
Can you run that program once? Whatever.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
have any doubt in that?
Yeah. Actually. Yeah. So you got all the admin. Username, password,
Hmm?
and click action, right? Click function. Yeah. Can you run
Yes,
this one?
yes,
Like I
yes.
want to see like how you automated. Maybe I missed it. I just want to see it once. So you ran the program, and
Hmm?
now automatically log in to that URL.
Yes, yes. So even though that URL also we mentioned in that particular script.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. So the username password has come and click button action automatically ran, right? It just ran.
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
that's why if you see here, we have a function called driver.get. So whenever we are using .get method, so we are supposed to pass URL in a string format. It launch this particular URL. So basically in Selenium, we are having two methods to launch the URL. One is driver.get and the other is driver.navigate to. Some difference is there between these two methods. Then by using this line of code, just I'm finding the location of the username field on the UI. Then I'm using send keys to type the admin as a username. So this is another one. By using this line, I'm trying to find the password field address and I'm sending the keys for typing the password. Then yes, dot click is a direct function we are having in Selenium to click action. So just by using this line, just I'm trying to find the address of the login button. Yes. Then I created one blank empty string. Yes, empty string. Why I created? Yes. So by whenever we are using driver.getText, this is a method from the Selenium. We are having this function to read the data from the UI. Yes. So as per my functionality, just I want to set is I'm in correct page or not. Yes, is I'm logged in as an admin or not. So that just I'm reading welcome admin text from the UI. So whenever I'm using .driver.get text function, it will return a UI. It will return a string which is read from the UI. So that just I'm holding that string in a this particular string variable. Then just I'm trying to print it. So that's what's printed here. I think I'll show you. Yes, it's printed here. This is a string. This is a value read from the UI. Yes. Yes. Then I'm using if else loop. In that if else loop, I'm using this welcome text is contains admin or not. Just I'm asserting this one. Yes, if it is it contains admin, just I'm printing this message. If it is not having, just I'm printing log fail. Yes, if you just I want to make it as a fail intentionally, then just I'm 1 2 3. Yes, as of now it's having admin. It's not an admin 1 2 3, but I'm checking is my welcome banner is having admin 1 2 3. Obviously, it will not have. It's supposed to print the login fail message. Just I'll go and run it again. Yes, if you see, as of now, that page which is opened by the Selenium, the web browser which is opened by Selenium is not closing. Yes, we are having the function for that also. Driver dot. Yes, we have two functions. One is a driver dot close and another one is a driver dot wait. Both the functions we are using to close the browser, but some difference is there. So as of now, I'm using driver dot close.
So with this automated script, right?
Mhm.
So we're trying to validate. We're trying to validate if the application, uh, like, I mean, we automated this and
Yes,
see if the login is working or not, right? That's what we are trying to do.
yes,
Okay. I mean, we can look at the we can look at the performance of the application and uh, mm, no, I'm just trying to think like what is the I mean, what is the purpose of automation here? Like different test scripts we can different
yes, yes.
we can
So
run.
just yeah, by using the automation tools like this kind of functional automation tools, just we are going to automate the regression test cases.
Okay, regression test
Just-
case.
Yes, regression and sanity test cases to reduce the human interface, to reduce the repeated execution manually.
Okay,
For the more very accurate coverage.
okay,
So we are not able to assert or we are not able to calculate the performance of the application by using these type of automation to functional automation tools. So
okay,
if you want to do performance testing on the application, then so many things is coming to the picture. Response time of a new browser, response time of a server, how response time of a new application, then throughput. So different type of function, different type of things we have to cover. We have to consider. So we are having some other different types of tools to find the performance of an application. We can able to automate those things also. So like in market, we are having load runner. Load runner is a micro focus product. It's a licensed tool. Then we are having JMeter. This is one of the famous tool in market as nowadays. So JMeter is from Apache. It's a freeware. You can use it. You can download it and you can use it.
okay. So can we call this like similar to JUnit? Whatever script you wrote, right? Like this program.
No, no. So JUnit itself, it's not an automation tool. JUnit is not having any functions to automate the manual actions. JUnit is just kind of execution engine. Like how so in my slide, just I'll show.
Test NG.
Yes, TestNG. Yes, yes. So we are going to discuss TestNG also. TestNG is the next version of the developed. Then JUnit. JUnit is just kind of execution engine. By using JUnit, just we can able to set up what part of code will execute first and what part of code will execute next, like that. That's it. But it's not an automation tool. It's not. So by JUnit, you can't able to automate anything.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hey,
one
hi.
question.
Yes, please.
So while you are running that program, right, in the
Yeah.
console window, Yeah.
Mhm.
So we are getting that timeout something. Why we are getting that and how we can suppress that message?
Yes, these are some logger messages from warning messages from Selenium libraries. Yes, we can able to do. We have some separate lines of code to reduce that. It's not an issue. It's not a failure message. It's just kind of warnings only.
So why the timeout message is coming? Any reason?
Which one? This one, right? You're asking
Console,
about this one?
console. Yeah. When we run this program, right, we are getting in the console window.
Yeah. So here, if you see, just we are using driver.get method. Okay. So as we discussed already, I told we have two different functions for the driver. For the opening the URL like driver.get and driver.navigate to. So whenever we are using driver.get, it will launch the URL. It's not only launch the URL, at the same time it wait for some time to load the page. So in this particular time, regular time intervals is checking for the page is rendered fully or not. These, yes, if you observe here, these kind of warning messages, it's showing the handshake protocol mechanism, everything. So sometimes if you see here, yeah, I'll show you that. Yes, in this line of code, just we are using Chrome driver.exe. This is a third-party driver. So if you want to communicate with the Chrome browser, we are going to use this third-party Chrome driver.exe. So Selenium from Selenium 3 onwards, while we are working with the Selenium 2.x.2 versions, at the time Selenium can able to communicate with the Mozilla browser directly. Means at that time, while if you are working with the Mozilla, no need to use this particular line system.set properties. Just simply driver equal to new Chrome, new Mozilla driver. That's enough. New Firefox driver. That's enough. But after Selenium 3, from the Selenium 3, if you want to communicate with the Mozilla also, we have to use some third-party drivers. So these are the logger messages, these are the warning messages from the third-party drivers.
Okay.
At the same time, Selenium itself having some limitations like Selenium is not able to automate the desktop-based applications. Selenium is only intended for the automating the web-based applications. So if you want to automate some desktop-based applications like Excel sheet or something, it's not at all possible with the Selenium.
Can we
And
automate
also,
mobile? Sorry, can we
Sorry,
automate mobile apps?
which apps?
Mobile apps?
No, we are having some other tool like APM. It's also down on top of Selenium libraries. So by using APM, we can able to do that.
Okay.
So it's almost like if you learn Selenium, 80% of APM is similar to Selenium only. It's also developed based on the WebDriver library. Still, it's using WebDriver libraries only to communicate with the browsers.
Thank you.
and those things also will you give us the classes while in a regular class?
Sorry?
Like for the where for the mobile apps also, are you going to train
No,
us?
no.
Okay.
We are not going to cover any APM tools like mobile automation tools.
And there is one more like a line 17, right? In that
Yeah.
we are saying like a driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Maximize is
Yes.
okay, fine. We understand.
Yeah.
Windows,
Yeah.
the function, okay, it's the Windows. Manage. So why we have to write manage and why we have to write in that combination?
Yeah. So these are the basically Selenium WebDriver is a library, it's a suite of softwares. So it's a Java interface. We have to call these things from different classes. Yes, we are going to discuss while we are working on this.
Mhm. And also all these statements, right, from line 10 to line 25,
Okay.
right? So
Mm.
all, not the 25, line 10 to line 19. So we can
Okay.
make that as the function where we can, call it, not the function, maybe class, right? So
Yeah,
that
we can make
class
it.
be
No, we can make it as a class, or we can make it as a function also. Anything is fine.
anything is fine, okay. And then we
Yes.
can call it wherever we want.
Yes.
Just trying to
Yes.
make it as a automate.
Yes. Yes.
Again,
Yes.
right.
Yes. For reusability purpose, to reduce the duplicacy, to
Reusable
reduce the
purpose.
length of the code. Yeah. So these are the things we are discussing framework design. That's the framework design.
So how do you plug this, like whatever you ran, whatever you wrote, right, this program? So
Mm-hmm.
how do you plug this to a test coverage suite? Like yeah, I mean, like you're running a bunch of regression tests, right? So how
Mm-hmm.
are you like this to the coverage?
So you're asking
Coverage?
for coverage tools, or you're asking for the integration tools, continuous integration tools, so like Jenkins.
No, not Jenkins. Actually, like see, right now you wrote one program
Yes.
for some page. Similarly, there
Mm-hmm.
are other tabs as well, and
Mm-hmm.
so for as part of testing all those, you'll have test scripts for all of that, right? So then
Yes.
how just run?
Okay. So basically, yeah, I can understand your question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically here, how we can able to find test coverage based on the automation test scripts, right? Automation test coverage you want finally.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So if you see here, so for those things we have different types of methodologies and different types of uh, softwares. So one thing, if you're most of the times, if you're working with a Selenium, just we are updating in a tool, we are updating. So each and every company may have Rally, something Qtest, or some Octane, or some different tools. There we are making it as an automate, and we are map these test cases to that particular test case. Whenever if you run this test case, so basically most of them are different, following different scenarios. So in one of my last company, whenever I used to run that particular test case, then after running that particular test case, if it is pass or if it is fail, will be set automatically in my rally, like last text execution status as a pass or fail, something like that. So in some so as of now we are using some different tool, Cypress. So Cypress, even the front end developers are also using the Cypress, and the automation testers also using the Cypress. So they are also writing unit test cases in Cypress, and we are also writing automation in Cypress. So based on the test cases what we mention in a tool, and based on the percentage of the unit test cases, based on the functionality coverage, it will give you the coverage at the end. So it's based on your tools, based on the tools used in entire the team.
So Vivek, so it means you will teach us how the Rally tool will be integrated with these scripts, because whenever
No,
you run the scripts, no,
no,
okay.
no, no. Yeah.
So how we are going to, validate the test cases, because test cases will be in the Rally though, right?
Yes, yes.
So it
So,
means how those will get updated in the Rally then.
so one thing here. So how many of you are using Rally? So this is not kind of
I'm
it's not a matter. Yeah, yeah. It's not a matter
I'm
of
using,
yeah, you're using.
right.
So most of the people still not using the Rally. So most of the people are different people are using different types of bugging tools or reporting tools. So here, this is not a matter of only Rally or something else. It's a kind of API calling. How we are calling the APIs. So we are going to update. We are going to update the status either in Rally or some other tool by using the APIs. Yeah, if
Okay.
your Rally is providing the APIs, then we can able to automate. If some applications is there, they will not provide the APIs. Then if that API is
Some
not
other,
available, yeah.
what are those applications? Just for a knowledge purpose.
Octane is
Which
there. Yes, Octane is a tool from the Micro Focus. Some HP tools are there. So those people will not give you the APIs.
okay, but most popular is the Rally one, right?
Can you show one example, like how do you like access the Rally API from here?
Yeah, from here, as of now, it's not possible. Why? Because we have to add some API libraries to the project. We have to download that. We have to add to that project. Then we have to that call. We have to call that APIs. So it's not possible instantly as of now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
And what about Jenkins, Vivek? Are you going to show us, to how we can integrate the test results with Jenkins?
No. Yes, I'll go to show them how we are going to how we are having some structure in Jenkins, how we are scheduling the jobs, these kind of things. But I'm not going to show these things very deeply. So we are having some separate core structure for those things. So in this structure, those things are not uh, included.
Oh, okay. So basically, this course is only the introduction, like basic
Not so sorry,
web
it's not
browser.
basic introduction. No, it's not basic introduction. It's a full end-to-end scenarios, like how we are going to automate, how to develop a framework, so how to write produce the reports, then how to make those reports automatically sent to different recipients, then how to analyze those reports, how to add the proper loggers, how to add the screenshots when failure to the particular report. These are the final things. So that's why here main one, how to design a framework and how to design a proper report. This is the main things we have to learn.
Can you show one example for that report? Like, do you have anything handy?
Yeah, no. In hand, I'm
Okay.
not having any. So
Okay.
why? Because each and every batch we are used to clear the logs. We are used to clear the projects.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you mean by report actually? Like, what kind of report you are generating?
Just I'll show you. Generally, testing itself having some reports, report feature. So those reports are not that much customized. So I'm going to demonstrate extend reports. Extend reports is a third-party tool. Extend reports is a third-party tool. By using extend reports, we can able to generate a report. So each and every test case we see here, this is a class. So generally, we are going to write in a different frameworks. So while we are using TestNG, we can able to write multiple test cases in a single class. At the same time, while we are executing in real time, so we are going to execute suite of test cases, not a single class. So if you are execute like 10 number of different test cases, then what are the different functions in test case? My report will have different tabs. So each and every tab is dedicated to each and every test case. Then in each and every test case, I'm going to log each and every step. Yes, if you see here, yes, here I'm writing this send keys. I'm trying to enter the username. Yes, after this particular line executed successfully, I log into the report. Yes, user can able to enter the username. Then user can able to enter the password. User can able to click on the login button. Yes, user can able to validate. It's after validation. Yes, user is in a good expected pace. So these are the logs. So at the end of the test case, at the end of the execution, my report will automatically trigger to multiple recipients what we are given. So those recipients can easily able to find where the application is failed, where the test case is failed, what is the reason. So for analyzing the reason, I'm adding the loggers. Yes, clicking on this particular button, my test case is failed. Then it will enter the logger. application is unable to find the login button in this particular page, or otherwise application is unable to find due to the slowness of the application. Yes, different types of exceptions we are going to catch, different types of loggers we are going to print in a report based on the exception. So at the same time, at the time of failure only, I'll take the screenshot and I'll attach it to the report so that the recipient can able to validate the screenshot also to understand, for the better understand. Actually, it's for this class I'm connecting from some other system and other laptop. So in this one, I'm not having all these things handy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I understood the purpose of the reports. Okay. And one question, Vivek. So this Selenium, right? How is the demand in the market, and is it exclusive for web-based applications to like?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's exclusively only for the web-based applications. We are not able to do any action on the desktop-based applications.
Okay.
Yeah, so most of things, like still most of the applications is in market. So most of the application, most of the automation tools like Protractor or a Nightwatch or some else applications in automation tools, still they are using WebDriver libraries only. So means so most of the times if you switch between any automation tool which are using WebDriver libraries, code is almost same like this. Code may change if you switch between the programming languages, then only it will change. So all the functions is the same. If you learn the Selenium, then it's very easy to automate the application in some other tools also. The only nearest tool which is, so in the latest market, the only tool which is differ from the Selenium, which is not using WebDriver libraries, is Cypress. That's the only tool. So other than Cypress, if you analyze any other tool, is having relation with the Selenium. Always is 60% nearly to Selenium. Selenium only.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you please show course content once again so that everybody will understand?
Sorry.
Can you show course content? Course content.
Yeah, course content. Yeah, those people will share with you. Okay, related people will share with you. I'm not having that brochure as of now, but these are the things we are going to discuss in Java. So my most of the class are focusing on Java. So first 20 days we are going to learn Java only. So why? Because for cracking the interviews, the Java knowledge is very important. So if you want to learn Selenium, in Selenium itself is not having much things to learn. As per my knowledge, as per my experience, I'll tell you. So if you want to learn Selenium is nothing but to learn the basic things of Java. That's it. So in Selenium itself is not having much functions. If you want to learn Selenium is not near, it's having 23 different types of functions.
Hi, Vivek.
Selenium is not a big deal.
Hi, Vivek.
So
Sorry for
how
the
we are going to integrate Selenium with the Java? How we are going to automate the application? How we are going to validate the scenarios? So yes, if you see here in our last function, yes, this is kind of validation. This is the only Selenium Java code only. We are not using any Selenium code here. Yes. So dots and keys, the manual actions what you can able to do, like dots and typing, clicking, switch between the windows, drag and drop, or right click, left click, mouse overs. Yes, these are the features available in Selenium. Selenium will give these features only. So how we can able to use these features to validate the functionality is our main motto. So if you want to validate the functionality, you have to do these manual functions. You have to do these actions. At the same time, you have to assess, you have to verify, you have to validate some scenarios. For these type of validations and verifications, we require some Java logic. So that's why I'm going to focus mostly on Java first 20 days. Then we are going to learn Selenium test engine.
So without any programming experience, we can still make it, right? Like learning the concepts of Java, and we can get into this, right?
Sorry, your question is for without programming language
No,
for the Selenium or for this course?
yeah, without programming experience,
Mhm.
like I never did any programming. So, does it still like I can pick up with
Yeah,
coding?
that's why this course is intended for the people who are not having any programming knowledge.
Okay.
Are you going to learn any UN frameworks?
Sorry.
Are you going in this session like
Voice is
UN?
breaking.
Okay, I can understand. I can able to hear one word, cucumber. I think your question is we are going to discuss any other frameworks, right? Yes, if you see here, now we are going to discuss some hybrid framework. Hybrid framework
Yes.
is combination of data driven and keyword driven. So here, Cucumber is a BDD framework. So as of now, what we are doing is a TDD and Cucumber is a BDD. BDD is nothing but behavioral driven development. That's a different thing. Though we are having some curriculum language, where, when, then, these type of keywords we are having. So it's very easy to understand the functional test, normal functional and manual testers to read the execution file, but we are mapping our code in backend in some other file. Yes, yeah, if time permits, I'll show you that high level, but we are not going to deep dive into the Cucumber.
Okay.
Yeah, we are not intended this course for deep diving into the Cucumber.
Hi, Vivek.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. Sorry for the interruption. This is Vijaya from Career IT. A small info from our end. This is about batch details. Batch will be starting from Monday onwards. Timing will be updated to your mails. Please check your mails. Mostly it would be 7 a.m. IST. For USA, it would be Sunday evening. Okay. For any other information, can you please ping on the number what I have mentioned in chat? And some have connected directly without getting registered. In that case, could you please ping your email ID and contact number so that I can send you recording of this demo and along with content also, and I can update you batch details also. Please check your mails and please ping your mail ID and contact number. Thank you.
And Lakshmi, is the class is everyday class, right?
Yes, Narendra. Every day it would be Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Some
how
days
many classes?
uh,
Is that based
total
on the
classes.
class numbers, or by month, like 2 months, 3 months?
Yeah, nearly 2 months.
2 months.
40 hours, I think you'll get.
Okay.
Yeah,
40
it's
hours
a
per week.
40. Yes, it's a total 40 hours of course. So we have to exclude Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. It's basically 1 hour, right?
Yes, basically 1 hour per day.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And one more question, Vivek. We have
Yeah.
another, which is karate framework. What is that? What's the difference?
Yeah, that karate framework is basically intended for API testing.
That's API testing. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So one more question. Again, this is Narendra.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you said that, Selenium is nothing but bunch of built-ins which developed in the Java.
Yeah.
And using this Eclipse tool, you will give us the training how we can write it in terms of
Yes.
classes and
Yes.
and then Okay.
So basically, we are going to use Eclipse as an IDE to write the JavaScript and Java scripts.
Right. Right. And even for the APIs also would be the same thing, right? Here by calling the JDBC and you'll connect to database, verify the
Yes,
validation. Okay.
yes.
So for the, see here, for the browser you use the, which one? The driver, which is the
Yes.
chrome.exe, right? Using the driver
Sorry.
you connect, using the driver you connected to the Chrome, right? Chrome
Yes.
exe, and then you did the rest of the stuff. So if it is a database, again you
Mhm.
use the same thing, like use the JDBC, you'll connect to
Yes.
database,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, in Java itself, we are having JDBC libraries. So by using those JDBC libraries, we can able to connect to some particular database by passing the username and by passing the credentials. Then just we are firing some query what we required. Then we can hold that results in a something in some string format, and we can analyze those things.
oh, okay. So you just don't try the complete results before and after and compare.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Say like um, see for the database,
Yeah.
say like you store in the Excel and then you pull the data from the database and then do the comparison.
So no, sorry, I didn't understand. You want to compare the Excel and database?
No. I mean for the database testing, how
Mhm.
you guys, what is the standard way of doing that?
No, yeah, this is based on requirement mostly. So like if you want to work with, if you want to handle huge data, then we are going for the Excel sheets. If you want to like just I'm going to fire or I'm going to fire one SQL query, the result may in within 2 3 lines. Then no need to use the Excel sheet. Just I'm holding some expected result in a string, and I'm going to validate the string with the actual result what I'm getting from the JDBC means database. So, but if you see after firing some SQL query, I know that I will get the huge number of response, huge number of data in response. So it's not make sense if I expected data is huge. If I'm going to save all this data in a program itself, it's not make sense. That's why I use it to save it in some Excel sheet, and I'll read from there, and I'll validate that data with the actual data what I get from the database. So it's based on the requirement. It's based on the framework which is designed in your company. It's not an issue.
And suppose say like if your results are based on the JSON code,
Hmm.
because right now I am working in an application which is completely it's a JSON code.
Okay.
You have the endpoints, you will use the Postman tool, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And Postman will give you like a kind of UI kind of stuff, where using the
Yes.
parameters you will enter the data, and then
Yes.
when you run it, right, the results will come in the
Yes.
JSON code.
Yes. Yes.
So that is a API.
Yes.
That's API testing. So in that
Yes.
case, how we are
Mhm.
going to utilize this the Selenium?
So I think is that's your only requirement for you. Then I think you can able to do that in your Postman only. In Postman too, you can able to automate the APIs also. You have if you have to write a code in Groovy. You're supposed to write a code in Groovy language. This Groovy is nothing but it's very similar to the Java. So other than Java, it's having some little bit features like 99% equal to Java. So by using the Groovy, you can able to write the code to compare the result. I think if you want to use Postman, then you want to continue. You can able to continue with that. If you want to do with uh, Java, it's not possible with the Selenium. It's possible with the Java.
Right. Which one you said? Google. How to spell that?
Groovy.
Groovy. Which
Groovy.
what is that?
GR.
Is it?
Groovy
Uh-huh.
language.
Yeah, this is a language. Scripting language.
Okay, scripting. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, scripting.
I think even SOAP UI also use Groovy, right?
Yes, Scopia is also using Groovy. It's also using Groovy. Even for Jenkins automation, we are using Groovy. Even we have one tool like JeffSpark. Most of the American companies are using JeffSpark too. There also we are supposed to write in Groovy only. Yeah. Any doubts from anyone, or can I drop off?